And the third thing that must be stressed is that the call of God should be disturbing to us in a very real sense. It should worry us. It should disturb us. It should, in a sense, upset the apple cart of our lives. It should shake the foundation of our being. Because there is necessarily a disturbing quality about this urgency of God's call, because it shakes us out of our complacency. And this is something we naturally resist. We don't want to go along with this, because we like our complacency. We like the quiet life, or at least the life in which we feel that we are completely in control. A life where we take the initiative, where we take charge of our own affairs. Responding to God's call to discipleship means giving up, at least to some degree, control over our lives. It means living no longer for ourselves alone, no longer seeking only our personal convenience and comfort in all things. It means putting our lives into God's hands. The true disciple responds to and serves God's interests, not his or her own self-interest. The true disciple of Christ is one who is disturbed by his call and inevitably finds his or her life redirected, reoriented, decentered, not on himself or herself, but on Christ. And the question arises again, how many of us here today can honestly say that our lives are truly oriented towards Jesus, directed to Jesus, and centered not on ourselves, but on Jesus? And finally, the last thing that must be stressed is that the purpose of the call of God, the purpose of the call to discipleship, is to evoke a response in the person who is called. And what is this response? To fulfill the mission of God. Jesus, of course, is literally the mission of God incarnate, brought to earth. He is the incarnation of God and of his mission. Jesus himself said of himself, "Whoever has seen me has seen the Father." And he laid down what we could call a job description for us on the night of the Last Supper, after becoming the servant of his disciples by washing their feet. And this job description is when he said, "You also should do as I have done for you," after he washed his feet. So we see that the disciple is not only called personally and disturbed and shaken from his complacency, but that he or she is sent out in mission in Jesus' name to imitate what Jesus does.